I'm Jeff Fischel. Let's peruse what's on the ACC Now menu, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday. Duke basketball signs up for a trip to New York. The All-ACC women's hoops teams were announced, and a rocky start to spring football for Clemson. But let's start with my reward for following ex-ACC athletes on Twitter. I saw this great tweet from Duke Shane Battier, now with the Miami Heat. Quote, "Anytime King James and I combine to score 64 points, it's going to be a good night. Proud of my teammate tonight. That was a game." Okay, as you've probably heard, LeBron scored a career-high 61. So I'm not great at math, but 64 minus 61, 3. So Battier contributed a grand total of 3. As for his alma mater, Duke has signed up to play in the Coaches vs. Cancer Classic at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn this November. The other teams are UNLV, Temple, and Stanford. So we could see K go up against his former player, Stanford head coach Johnny Dawkins. The Blue Devils have the best recruiting class in the country for next season, so they will likely be preseason top 5. A blue ribbon panel has selected its All-ACC women's basketball teams. 2 members of the regular season conference champs, Notre Dame, are on the first team, Jewel Lloyd and Kayla McBride. The Irish are 29-0 and ranked number 2 in the nation. Also on the first team, the 2-time defending Conference Player of the Year, Maryland's Alyssa Thomas, and freshman Diamond DeShields, averaging 18 points a game for the North Carolina Tar Heels. The Conference Player of the Year is announced tomorrow. The rest of the first team, NC State's Markeisha Gatling. Hamby leads the conference in scoring and rebounds. The Noles' Natasha Howard, Duke sharpshooter Trisha Liston, a repeat selection for both Ty Marshall and Elizabeth Williams. For the entire list of the Blue Ribbon Panel All-ACC picks, go to theacc.com. And finally, a frustrating start to spring football for Clemson head coach Dabo Swinney. He suspended 4 players from the season opener against Georgia for breaking team rules. The big name that pops out, Corey Crawford. He had 10.5 tackles for a loss last season. The other players are offensive lineman David Beasley and Shaq Anthony, and defensive back Gary Peters. That's the ACC Now, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday.